Hello everyone, and welcome to Sahaja Yoga Meditation. We have a webcast every Thursday night, and I hope we will enjoy it. My name is Paul, and I'm broadcasting from Melbourne tonight. Today, I'm sitting on the floor, and there is a good reason for it. It's because we are going to talk about the first chakra, the Moladara Chakra, which is in red at the base of our spine, and there is a strong relationship between this chakra and Mother Earth, and we'll cover that later on. So this week I would like also to increase the time we meditate compared to the time we explain. So we'll have a shorter introduction. For the people who join us for the first time, just know that we have a subtle system within us. We have the nervous system here, but at the subtle level we have what we call the right, left and central channels, or nadis in Sanskrit, that have different functionalities that we are going to cover. We also have plexuses in our body, and these plexuses have a subtle side which is called chakras. And again, these chakras have some specific qualities that we are going to cover in the self-realization process. For the people that have been coming for the last few weeks, it's always good to do that exercise that will help us feel better and stronger in our hands, these vibrations that are informing us of the state of these subtle systems. So what happens is that energy, we also have an energy called Kundalini in the sacrum bone, the triangle you can see on the chart, and through the process of self-realization, that energy will rise, open the different chakras, balance your system, and get you what we call self-realization, that gets you into thoughtless awareness, gets you into balance, but even more than that, gets you in connection with the all-pervading power around you, allowing you to feel not only your state, but also your surroundings and other people's as well. So let's get straight into the self-realization process. So I will show you first, and then we are going to do it, the first meditation, eyes closed. That's why I show you. So how we meditate? The first thing we do, we put our hands on our laps, like that. I hope you're all comfortable, sitting on a chair or on the floor. Just put your hands like that. You can remove your shoes, they are not necessary, and it's always good to have our feet actually on Mother Earth. You can also remove your spectacles if you have any, because we won't need them. So simply put your hands on your laps like that. And the right hand will go on different centers, one after another, where we are going to see some affirmations related to that center. First, we are going to put the right hand, the left hand remains on our lap, on our heart. Then we are going to go down just under the rib cage on the left side. Then on the bottom of the abdomen, again, still on the left side, and we can press it a bit hard here as well. Then we move up again, just under the rib cage, on our heart. And then the right hand will go at the junction of the shoulder and the neck on the left side like that. And we can even put the right, turn our head towards the right a little bit. Then we are going to put our right hand on our forehead across. The right hand at the back of the head, and we can like rest our head on our hand as well. And now to get your self-realization, we are going to put the center of the palm here on the fontanelle area, the fontanelle bone we have on top of our head, the soft bone that you can see in children that's sometimes pulsating. So we press it hard, stretch your fingers. You can even massage it a little bit, rotate it clockwise, like that. And then we are going to raise our hands a few centimeters to feel. If you can feel the cool breeze that comes when you get your self-realization coming out of your head or within your hands. It can be a bit of heat in one hand or the other at the beginning, or some numbness in some fingers as well. So let's go into meditation now. You can close your eyes. Take a deep breath or two. And start putting your attention inside yourself. And be simply relaxed and, like a scientist, just observe what's happening. See if you can feel anything. See if you can reach a deeper state of meditation. If you can go into thoughtless awareness. First, we put our right hand on our heart on the left side. And here we are going to say an affirmation related to the quality of this center, this chakra. So first we are going to ask a question. Mother, or Mother Kundalini, which is this motherly power within us. Mother, am I the spirit? And we can ask that 3 times. Put your attention on your heart. Then bring back your right hand just under the rib cage on the left side. And here again we are going to ask a question. Mother, am I my own master? Am I my own teacher? And again we can ask that 3 times. Then we are going to bring our right hand down at the lower part of the abdomen, just above the hip. And here is the center of knowledge, of pure knowledge. So here we are going to say 6 times, because this center has 6 subplexuses. Mother, please give me the pure knowledge. 6 times. Then we are going to move our right hand just under the rib cage on the left side again. And here it's no more a question, but an affirmation to strengthen the Kundalini that started to rise within you. So here you are going to say 10 times. Mother, I am my own master. I am my own teacher. Then put the right hand on your heart again. And here we can say 12 times the affirmation that we are the Spirit. So here you can say, Mother, I am the Spirit. 12 times. Because you are more than this body, this physical world, this materialism. You are something much higher. Now you can put the right hand at the junction of the shoulder and the neck on the left side. Move your head towards the right a little bit. And here, this center can be problematic if one feels guilty. And there is nothing to feel guilty about, because the past is gone and the future is not here. So 16 times, you can say, Mother, I am not guilty at all. Just release that guilt that prevents this energy to rise higher. Mother, I am not guilty at all. How can we be guilty if we are the Spirit? Then you can put the right hand on your forehead across. And here it doesn't matter how many times, but it's our honesty that counts. We have to forgive. Forgive everyone. So here we can say, Mother, I forgive everyone. And genuinely forgive, to actually get rid of the load of and the baggage that we keep carrying. Forgiveness is the greatest power we have to find joy and peace. You can also say, Mother, I forgive myself. Now let's put the right hand at the back of our head. And here for our own satisfaction. And we can put the head, look up a little bit. And here for our own satisfaction we can say, Oh Divine, if I have done any mistakes, please forgive me. And now, with the center of the palm, stretch your fingers and press the fontanelle area quite hard and massage it like moving a bit the skin on the skull. And here, with your full desire, You can say 7 times, Mother, please give me my self-realization. For those who have felt it before, you can say, Mother, please establish my self-realization. 7 times. With your attention there. Now you can raise your hand 5 centimeters, 10 centimeters above your head. See if you can feel some coolness without thinking, with your eyes closed. There might be a cool breeze coming out of your head. It might be hot to start with. You can put your right hand on your lap and try to feel it with your left hand above your head. Some people are more sensitive in one hand. Try to keep your attention on top of your head. Put both your hands on your laps. And see if you can feel some coolness in your hands. And we can meditate for a couple of minutes. Without thinking, just observing, like a witness. You might feel heat in one hand, or numbness in some fingers, or tingling. It's just information that this energy is giving you so you can know yourself and correct yourself. If you have thoughts, simply forgive them, let them go. And try to stay in that present moment. You can slowly open your eyes. Try to stay in this thoughtless awareness. All right. Sahaja Yoga was started in 1970 by Shri Mataji and Her. You can see her photo here. And she found in 1970 a way to give self-realization, that process, that awareness to many people at the same time, whether the people had practiced meditation before or not. And once you have this self-realization, you can also give it to other people. And this is how Sahaja Yoga has been spreading across the globe and is now practiced in many, many countries. And all the knowledge we will share with you every Thursday is the knowledge that Shri Mataji has passed on to us. So now I would like to propose to you to watch a video of Shri Mataji, and she will talk especially about that first center, the Moladara Chakra, and the relationship between innocence and knowledge. See you in a few minutes.
This is innocent without knowledge. But your light is innocent with knowledge. We always think that the people who have got knowledge can never be innocent, can never be simple. And the idea we have got about innocence is that an innocent person is always deceived, can be befooled, and can be always taken for granted. But innocence is a power. It is a power which protects you, which gives you light of knowledge. Knowledge that we have in the worldly sense is how to exploit others, how to cheat others, how to make money out of them, how to make fun of others, how to look down upon others. But the light of innocence is the light by which you know that love is the highest thing. And it teaches you how to love others, how to care for others, how to be gentle about others. It also gives you the light within. It's just the other way around of this avidya that we have in this world. Just the other way around. The avidya outside teaches us competition, how to put the other person down, because it has fear. It is insecure. This knowledge is not secure at all. If it had security, it would not have behaved like this. But the light of innocence knows everything. It has no fear. When we say children are innocent, we mean to say that they have that power of innocence. Many times people have noticed if a child falls from a height, he doesn't die. While a young man may die with a much smaller height. And the child is not afraid while falling. He just enjoys as if there's a parachute coming down, nicely. And then when he falls down also just gets up, laughs, smiles at everyone. He doesn't understand why everybody is worried. Because in that innocence he knows that he's looked after. He's protected. He knows that there is a power which is much higher than him, and he does not have to worry. Then we start putting ideas into the head of the child. And that is how he starts losing his power of innocence. And he becomes a coward. He becomes a cunning fellow. He becomes an unrighteous personality. But still we would say that the innocence of children is innocence of ignorance. In a way. because they do not know the dangers of life. But the light of innocence knows all the dangers and also knows how to get rid of it. Also knows how to be away from such a person. There was a wise man who was going on a staircase. There was a stupid man coming from the other side, foolish man. So foolish people are always aggressive. That is one of the signs, because they have inferiority complex. So the foolish man says to the man who was coming up, he says, one had to move on one side. So he says, I don't move for fools, the foolish one says. So the wise man says, I do, and he moved. That's how the light of innocence tells you how far to go with a person, how far to talk to a person, how far to indulge in another person's personality or his problems. Otherwise he recedes. He understands that this gentleman is a stupid fool, so I move for a fool like that. He doesn't pay attention to such a person. He doesn't bother about such a person. This is the light of innocence which gives you discrimination. How far to go with others? I love a person. There are many, I love him. All right. Another person may kick you, may hit you, may trouble you, may become absolutely, horribly possessed, but still you are just mad out in love with that person, without any self-respect. This comes because there is no... You may be innocent in a way, in a worldly manner, but you are not enlightened and innocent. When you are enlightened and innocent, then your innocence is a power which gives you, first thing is discretion. Supposing you take a light in your hand. Now you know whether it is a snake or a rope. But if there is no light in your hand, you cannot see. But even supposing it's a snake, you might run away. Or if you are a stupid fool, you will say, all right, come and bite me. I would like to see how it works. Children are there. But if you are an enlightened person, then you will tell the snake, now let me be alone, all right? Bye-bye. And the snake will know and it will go away. Or if the snake is a sinister one, you may just look at the snake and snake might run out. So this power of innocence is a very, very important thing. And that comes to us through our enlightenment alone. So we are, say, in a state which is ignorant and innocent. Innocent and ignorant. Then people are no more innocent nor ignorant, but they are not enlightened. They become cunning. If they don't have both the qualities, they are neither ignorant, so-called, they have got knowledge, they are good at everything, they are well-known people for their intelligence, brilliance, everything, so they are knowledgeable, so-called. So such people we could call as the people who have got the knowledge in the worldly sense. But they have no innocence. So they start devising methods. The innocence which is there, which puts a little control over such a mind, is lost. Because they think innocence is stupid, They don't respect their innocence. So they start maneuvering people, doing violent things, doing harmful things, saying nasty, sarcastic things, all these things the brain starts working. Because it cannot get back to its innocence. So we don't like such people later on, we don't want them. Then they develop ideas that we are higher people, we are chosen people, we are better people, then they develop all these ideas. Then all of them club together. So ignorance is added as a so-called knowledge, you see. Inside is completely ignorance, outside is knowledge. And added up like that. They do not want to seek there, inside. And they are satisfied with their outside so-called knowledge. And they go ahead with it. And once they break their heads, then they realize, oh God, what was it? Inside is all darkness. We cannot live with all the windows closed hermetically and the sun shining outside. We have to have light inside to see for ourselves what are we, what are our powers, how far we can go, how we are working out ourselves, our lives, our aims.
Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the video. We are going to talk a little bit more about that center here. And the center is called Moladara Chakra. His color is red. And his location is at the base of the spine. For example, when I sit on the ground like that is the point where I make contact with the earth. You can feel it in your hands at the base of the palm. For the left side, it's here at the base of the palm. And for the right side, there are always more than one aspect of each chakra. It's at the base of the palm on the right side. It's also located at the back of the head where we have a little bump here as well. And when you meditate on that chakra, you can actually start feeling coolness coming out of these specific places. As Shri mentioned, that chakra is the center of innocence and wisdom. And it is really the foundation of our spiritual ascent, because if that center is not well established, it makes it much more difficult for that energy, the Kundalini, to rise. But when it's established, we become beautiful personality, full of gravity, and with that innate sense of knowing what is right and what is wrong, that gives us also a lot of dignity and self-respect. So how to improve that center? There are multiple ways to do it. The first way is by respecting our eyes. So for example, when you walk in the street, it's always good to look at Mother Earth, or going in the nature, looking at Mother Earth. It will actually soothe our eyes and remove all the lust and greed that can come in our eyes when we keep looking around all the time. Another way to do it is actually to put our right hand on the ground itself. And we can actually do it together now. Putting our right hand on the ground. Or if you are sitting on a chair, just put the right hand towards the ground. The last thing before we meditate again, I would like to mention about that center is that in India, this center is associated with a deity called Shri Ganesha, and Shri Ganesha is the eternal child in us with the elephant head, meaning he doesn't have the ego that we human beings develop. So let's meditate straight away again with the right hand on the ground, or towards the ground if you are sitting on a chair. We can close our eyes again, and this time we can put our attention at the base of the spine, or at the level of this Mooladhara Chakra, without thinking. If you are still thinking, simply forgive your thoughts, forgive your thoughts. And here you can simply pray within yourself that innocence and wisdom is fully established in us. So you can say, Mother, please give me innocence and wisdom. Keeping your attention at the base of the spine, a bit on the left side. And you might start to feel the joy of innocence rising in you. You can put back your hand, your right hand on your lap, and put the left hand on the ground this time, or towards the ground. And this is for the right side of this Mooladhara Chakra. And you can keep your attention at the base of your spine, the point touching the ground of the chair. And this center, the quality is pure, absolute dynamism that ignores superficiality. In India, it is related to Shri Kartikeya in the Indian tradition. So here you can say within yourself, Mother, please give me pure dynamism. and put back your left hand on your laps. Now you have both hands on your laps. And now put back your attention on top of your head. And let's be in thoughtless awareness for a couple of minutes. You might feel some coolness in your hands. You might feel the silence and the joy within. We can slowly open our eyes. And we will finish this meditation by what we call a bandhan and raising our own kundalini. And I will show you now how it's done, and then we do it together. The first thing we do is raise our own kundalini with the left hand, moving like that, and the right hand rotating around it. Top, front, bottom, back, top. So let's do it. We can put our attention on our left hand, and on top we do a knot. We do it a second time, and this will help symbolically for the kundalini to rise and stay on top of our head in our Sahasrara chakra. A knot. And the third time we do 3 knots. And let's try to keep our attention on top of our head at the 7 chakras. And now we can start giving a bandhan, which is a protection of your aura that we all have. With the right hand starting on the left side, you do half a circle with your attention and back 7 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And just feel what you can, if you feel coolness in your hands, or maybe you have some indications, or simply experience the state of silence we have within us, which is joy-giving. All right? Okay, this is the end of this session. I hope you enjoyed it. Please meditate every morning, just for 5 minutes, raising your Kundalini, putting yourself in a bandhan, and just meditate for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. And you will see within days your depth and your awareness will increase tremendously. And I'm looking forward to see you next week, where we'll have another great webcast. And in the meantime, if you have any suggestions, feedback, please contact us on the phone number that will be displayed at the bottom of this video. So thank you very much, and see you soon.